What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, and we are back with another daily trade review. Today was a self-imposed trader rehab day. If you had not recognized, I did not get a recap done for Friday. Friday was a red day. Friday was a ugly red day. I was getting ready for a Shriners convention. See, I'm sporting my Shriner shirt today. Was getting ready for a Shriner convention on Friday and took what was a lot of trades that just, it was ugly. Tried to give back most of the money that we had made for the previous week. Didn't record anything. Like I say, I was in between running shirts, trying to trade, trying to get packed up to get on the road, getting on the road. So just was not a good day. But what I'll do, I'll bring up, we're going to go into TRADERVUE. And by the way, today was good. I only took 2 trades today. First trade out the blocks, nice solid trade. I went back to just risking $50. Friday, got a little haphazard and scaled up and just got sloppy with my trading. So this morning I said, nope, I'm going back to $50. I'm going to look for good solid trades, and that's what I'm going to do. First trade out the blocks, made it a little over 2R, made $120 on it. I said I was going to risk $20 of that trade. Took the next trade on Chevron, a short, didn't work, stopped out, and I was done. Nope, we're not going to go there like we did on Friday. So let's go ahead. Let's get TRADERVUE pulled up. This one might be fairly quick. I don't know. I always say that. But Monday, August 15th, we took 2 trades. Closed P&L $100.80. We traded VRDN. This was an interesting one. I'll be happy to watch this one on video. I did get the video started right as the market opened, and I was already in this trade when I got in. Took these 2 trades. Didn't see nothing else really working and shut it down. I did trade one stock in my IRA account, MEGL, MEGL, I think it is, MEGL, some people call it. Small winner on that one. Had the target set. Didn't know that thing had ran, slapped up, tagged me for the target, and I was out of that one. And those were the only 2 trades that I took today. But I'm going to go to, I think it's under journal, just so we could see Friday, because I dump everything. Friday, August 12th, red day, 227.49. You see our first trade had us green, and then it was downhill from there. We was down as much as 300 and looked like about $20 maybe at our worst. Tried to salvage it, and then I just called it. But look at these trades, man. And some of these here, let's take a peek at this one. I want to see if this was a long. It's like looking at the 5-minute chart. What pattern am I entering on? Don't see it. On the 10, I see it. Look at that. Put the stop down there and let this thing go and hit target. Putting in the higher, like scaling up. I guess my patience is not really there for scaling up totally. So a lot of these trades that were working, we just didn't let them work. And look at that. Full stop outs, 125, 45, 65, 64. Finally made back a little bit. Come right back. Boom. Lost 160 on this trade. Let's take a peek at that one. Look at that. All the way on the wrong side of the trade. 2-minute or the 5-minute shows nothing. 10-minute. When I come back and I look at the charts, it is so easy to see. This thing failed horribly. Popped up, came back, set a lower high. Why would you be getting in right here to go higher? It set a lower high. Now it did come back and set a higher low from this. So it's almost kind of flagging. At that point, you're looking to see which way it's going to break above either this or break below this or break above this. Get in right there when it breaks below this, because this is going to take a ride down lower. It is so easy to see when I'm coming back and I'm reviewing them. So that was just a horrible trade. Lost 160 on that thing. Again, even scaling up. I should only have been scaling up to $100. Let's look at this one. Did we get on the right side of this? Let's see. What was it? So it was a short. So we were playing this on the right side. Looking at, like I say, once I'm in the market an hour, I really try not to pay too much attention to the 2-minute. But looking at the 5, this was that same little area that I was talking about. We'll take a peek at it on the 10. Once it breaks this area, it's going for a ride. Look at the flag. That's the pole. That's the flag. That's like a pennant flag. If you ever go to like the baseball games, they give you that little pennant style flag. Perfect. That's perfect. Setting lower highs and higher lows until it comes to the end and it needs to break one way. It's going to break below it. It's going for a ride down. It breaks above it. All right, we're going to get a change in direction. This one broke below it. Get in right there. You can set the stop up on this top side. It took that ride. We didn't ride it all the way down. Otherwise, we probably would have gotten green on the day. Look at that. This thing took a nice ride down. Look how much we were up. We're up $144. We moved the stop, let this thing come back and slap us instead of letting the trades work. And that there is what I have to work on. That's that mental side that people talk about. When you hear people talking about the mental side of trading, that is it. That is it. That's what I need to work on. And it's a hard battle, y'all. It's a hard battle, but we're going to win because we here for the longevity. But let's go ahead. Let's get, we'll get the video pulled up. Like I said, we got it started after I had already gotten in this trade. This was VRDN. We'll just take a little peek at the pre-market. This was pre-market for it on the 5 minutes, always turned on. Got the 2-minute down here at the bottom, 10 up at the top. Got this one set to the 1 minute. One thing that I do want to talk about that I have added to the 1 minute chart is it's a little study that someone made, ended up finding it in one of the like technical groups that I hang out in. I always talk about halt levels on like small caps, and it only works on small caps, only works on the 1 minute chart. But this chart is supposed to kind of give you the halt levels. So you see here it has the halt up. I'm gonna have to change these colors because it's hard for me to read it. But like it says 2253, halt down 1849, but it's better displayed in these shaded areas. So I got in this trade when it broke this area, and you see I put my stop down at the bottom of it. And you see on the 5 minute where the upper target is set at. Let's go ahead, let's get it rolling, and then we'll watch my trading on this one. So you see the market is open 6 minutes. We're in this trade. We're already up 1R because we're risking $50. Look at this thing go. It just exploded. And my target was set a little higher. It was set at 128. So I bring it down, get it back in range. I leave it sitting there because I see this thing is just chomping up. But come over here to the 1 minute chart, the bottom right chart. Look at that. It's tapping that little shaded area. We've hit target. So we done made our target. We made 120 on that. Look at this thing halt. It tapped. Now I have noticed, because I have watched some small caps as they've been playing out. Some of them, the halt levels might be a little different, but this one here was excellent. Soon as it got up there to that little shaded area, it's halted. Video's still running, but the stock is halted. And we got out right before it halted, which was good. I'm content with that. We'll look over here, look at the amount of shares that sold right there at that 2267. Let's see what the halt level was at. And it's changing now because the market this is still moving as this thing is halted, but it's showing 2327 is the new halt level. I think that's 23. Yeah, 2327. I'm gonna have to go back in and see what these are for, these little things here. But yeah, this is a new little study that I added. Again, I don't really trade small caps that much. Every once in a while, I add one to the list because it's gapping up and it's showing a halfway decent little chart. This one here, I just was getting in for this area to go up and maybe catch first little resistance here, second little resistance there. If there was no volume on these candles, then I need to really not pay too much attention to them. If they don't have a lot of volume. Now, if they do have a lot of volume, these areas become more critical. But this thing blazed through both of them, popped on up, stopped, or not stopped out, but hit target. And like I say, made 120 bucks on that one fairly quick. But now we're back looking at the thumbnail watch list, trying to find other ideas. Was looking to go long on NVDA, but see how extended this is. This would have needed to come back down to here. It ends up just failing, flushing out. We come back over looking at VRDN, still nothing. We come back to NVDA. Had I got in right here, if this thing would have set up the pattern and got in right here, I'm sure this just would have went up a little bit and then failed, because short retracement, short follow through. That's something that I try to remember. A short retracement is going to give you a short follow through. A good pullback is probably right here to the 9 or to the VWAP. And that's why you see I'm putting my cursor on the VWAP, trying to see how much is left in that move to actually get down to it. But like I said, it's going to fail all the way. Let's go ahead and speed it up. We see that it comes through. That's still a decent halfway pullback right there. So I still would have took this off of that pullback. You come back, look at the 1 minute, same thing. A good pullback would have been right to VWAP and then continuation. At this point, nah, I don't want no parts of it, because the buyers aren't stepping back in this thing. Even though NVDA did good things today, I went back and looked at some of the charts this afternoon. But again, buyers are not stepping up. I want no parts of it. So we come over, look at MEG-L. Like I say, took this trade pre-market. That was a good one. Made a few bucks off of it. I have a minimum amount I like to make out of that account if I can daily. And this is what I'm talking about. Buyers did not step up. They're pushing this. The sellers are pushing it all the way back down. Then I just come and look at the SPY, because I want to see what the SPY is doing while NVDA is doing that. Is NVDA showing weakness to the market? Is it showing strength to the market? At that point, it was showing weakness, because you see the SPY was trying to hold on, but sellers were still kind of pushing it down. Let's go ahead, speed it up. We come back over looking at MEG-L. There is nothing really on Miguel. I am looking over here at the 1 minute, trying to maybe see if it's something that can get on, which at this point, 1 minute really should not be in my peripheral vision to be looking at. But sometimes still could find a decent pattern. And we see right here how Miguel had came right on up to this little gray area. Guess it just didn't have the momentum to keep it pushed in there to possibly halt it. Let's speed it up. Chevron is the next one that we are going to get into, but we were checking out XOM. We had both of the energy stocks on the short list because they were gapping down. Look at it on the 10 minute. Decent sized gap down. What I need to start doing though as well is one, confirming the higher time frames for entry, but even waiting on that higher time frame entry, because it could be a little more stronger. You can get in on a 2 minute entry, but the 5 and the 10 still looking bad, and they haven't set up a pattern yet. So this thing is just hard. Have to admit it. Anybody that's in the market, if you don't admit that this thing is hard, you're fooling yourself. And you see I'm getting in on this one off of the 5 minute. We got top and tail. Had this bottom and tail, but then we got a top and tail here. Not really appreciable volume on this candle though. Would have wanted to see this candle here be short like that, and then this candle have good volume. But no real volume in that one. Come down, look at the 2 minute. Sellers didn't really step back in on this one. That pullback really shouldn't have been that high. But let's see. We were in the money a little bit. We bought 20 shares with $1 stop. So we gave this thing a good amount of room. And that was just to kind of let it work. You look, you see the stop really is just on the backside though. It's not really a lot of room. We put it just on the top side of that previous candle, which is a good stop. But not really. Looking at the chart, I don't know. This is one of those iffies. If anything, I'm expecting it to come down to lower day. That's where I'm expecting it to come to. Let's speed it up. Speed it up, and we see it doesn't. What does it do? It sets a higher low. That's not what I wanted to see right there. I wanted this thing to keep pushing down. I come back over, look at Miguel. Miguel's not really doing much. Speed it up, speed it up. Actually, did I turn it off? I did. Interesting, because I thought I caught the finish on that one. But yeah, that was it. That was it. Once I kind of saw that and I think that probably would have, it just kind of frustrated me. Once I saw that Chevron trade kind of setting that higher, we'll flip it back over to the cam. I ain't just talking to be talking. Once I kind of saw Chevron setting that higher low, I kind of knew that trade was over. Let's take a peek since we didn't see it play out. Let's look at it on TRADERVUE real quick. Where's the 2 minute at? 2 minute is down here. Yeah, so see, we got in right here. We wanted to see this get pushed back down. But again, the sellers didn't step in on this pullback. So why would you expect the sellers to step in on the move back down? That should have been my thought process. If sellers didn't step in on this pullback, why should I expect sellers to step back in on this follow through? And that's exactly what happened. The buyers just said, nope, we got this. Pushed it. You see where it stopped us out, right above it. It only went in our favor $2. Max unrealized losses, 19.20. That's what we lost. And you see, we had $1 stop in the system. Stopped us out, 96 cents. So I was done at that point. Again, it was trader rehab from Friday. Got to get my, as sailors like to say, they got to get their sea legs back. I had to get my trading legs back because I was just flustered all day Friday. That's all I could think about was like, man, how did I do that? How did I let myself get to the point where I was just taking reckless trades, not really going back in, setting a solid, defined stop loss? It was just reckless. That's the best way to describe it. It was just reckless, and could have been a lot worse had I not just totally got frustrated with myself and got up. It's like, nah, man, because we got a good chance to continue digging a bigger hole. That hole, I go back to $50 per trade risk. I can make that back up in a couple of days and we'll be good. But yeah, that's what we did today, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the recap. Like I said, this one's going to be fairly short and sweet because we only took 2 trades. Most of it was going back looking at the charts on Friday, but we'll be back at it again tomorrow. Just still trying to get my head clear. So we'll see how things prevail tomorrow. Still working with the eye. Sensitivity to light today was not too bad. It was not too bad. Eye drop regimen has also changed. I was having to put eye drops in every 4 hours. Had to do it 6 times a day. First week, this week, it's been cut back to 5 times a day. Next week, it'll go to 4, and so on until we are done. So I got to be regimented on my eye drops, and I got to be regimented on these trades. So we'll get it back together, and we'll be back at it again tomorrow. Peace.